The Praise of Chimney Sweepers. The Praise of Chimney Sweepers is another very influential essay by the Prince of Essays, Charles Lamb. This essay is marked for its romantic spirit and the essence of humanity, love, and compassion. So, let's proceed with a summary of the essay. Summary. Ilya loves to meet the young chimney sweepers whose professional calls early in the morning resemble the sound of peep peep of a young sparrow, or the song of martin larks ascending the sky as the sunrise approaches. Ilya feels very compassionate for these dim specks, poor blots, and innocent blacknesses, as he calls them, who are the product of their own society. He has respect and affection for these young Africans, and calls them clergy imps who have lost their identity to the blackness of the soot that they clean. He considers that these small children who come out of the chimney tops with their cleaning cloth in stinging cold air of December morning teaches us the lesson of patience. Chimney sweeping by these young children accompanied a mysterious pleasure for people. Just when everyone starts to imagine that the child inside the chimney is no more and that he will never see the sunlight again, he emerges out, just in time, from the top of the chimney. He resembles a warrior who comes out victorious waving his cleaning instrument like a flag on the top of a citadel. He remembers someone told him that once a bad sweep was left into a stack. A stack is a tall chimney, and was appointed the task to indicate which way the wind blew. It was very displeasing to imagine such a scene, and was as horrifying as the scene from Shakespeare's Macbeth when an apparition of a child with a crown on his head and a tree in his hand rises. Anyone coming out early in the morning can come across one of these chimney sweepers. Ilya asserts the readers to be compassionate to them and give them some money or donate a pair of shoes. This will promote a feeling of humanity in the donor, as these children are very hardworking, yet underpaid. Ilya informs about a strange kind of tea prepared by boiling the wood of sassafras and adding milk and sugar to it. This tea has a strange taste and aroma that feels unpalatable to Ilya, but is well relished by the chimney sweepers. Mr. Reed, who is the owner of the tea shop, claims that his is the only Salopian house in London. Ilya cannot understand why this tea is particularly gratifying to the chimney sweepers. He infers that it may be because of the oily nature of the sassafras that helps to clean the soot accumulated on the roof of their mouth. Nature has produced the sassafras for these small children who live in hardships to add some sweetness to their life. The young sweepers love this beverage so much that if they have no money, they try to get the aroma from the steam coming out of the boiling container. In this way, they try to satisfy at least one of their sense organs. Ilya thinks that no philosophy can explain the phenomena behind these sympathies. Ilya adds that in spite of Mr. Reed's claim of monopoly, there are numerous imitators of his sassafras concoction who vend it in stalls in the open sky to humbler customers. Though the drunk rakes curse the smell while passing across these stalls, the artisan stops to enjoy and bless the fragrant breakfast. This fragrant breakfast is called saloop, which is the favorite of the working class people like the herb woman or gardener. The young chimney sweepers, however, cannot afford it. So, Ilya again requests the readers to buy them the beverage and a slice of bread and butter if they encounter any one of them near the brewing pot of the saloop, looking at it with helplessness and desire. The readers can hope then that the soot coming from their unclean chimney would not spoil their costly, well-ingrediented soups, or that the unclean chimney would not cause fire in their house. Lamb easily gets annoyed by the taunts and laughter of common people, and by their habit of looking for an opportunity to laugh at others when they act stupid. But he can exempt him if the person is one of the poor chimney sweepers. He feels good, thinking that he has become a reason for their happiness, who are living a difficult life due to their extreme poverty. He relates an incident when he slips down the street and some chimney sweepers laughed on him. But he believes that the ridicule, which is neither malicious nor mischievous, of such a sweep would do no harm to the reputation of a gentleman like him. Ilya is never convinced with the fine set of teeth that some beautiful women or even men have. When people show him their teeth, he takes it as displeasing, as if they are showing their bones. But he confesses that the teeth of small chimney sweepers are very agreeable to him. Their noble smile, with their bright white teeth on black faces, show their courtesy and civility, which gives an impression as if they were originally from a courteous aristocratic family. He considers the rumors true, which said that these children were originally from good families but were abducted and sold to become chimney sweepers for petty profits. Ilya relates an incident that took place in the famous Arundel castle, when a lost chimney sweeper was found sleeping on Duke's soft white bed. He thinks that the young boy was instinctively attracted towards the bed to sleep, as if he might have unconsciously remembered that it was his kind of bed where he used to sleep with his mother in his infancy. He believes that this boy must be coming from a noble aristocratic family from where he was stolen. Ilya informs about his beloved humble friend, Jem or James White, who believed that such metamorphoses due to the children's misfortune were more common than generally considered. He wanted to do his bit to reverse the wrongs of the fortune of these poor changelings. So, he organized annual feast for young chimney sweepers of the town, where they were fed with meat, bread and drink. Though the food and the drink were ordinary, it filled the bellies of the poor sweeps, which was the real motive of the feast. James and his friend, including Ilya and Bigod, made them feel special on this day of St. Bartholomew's Fair. The orphans loved the entertainment provided to them. However, the biggest comfort for them was the food. This celebration in the honor of chimney sweepers ended with the death of James White. Ilya also laments his absence and feels as if he went away taking half the fun of the world with him. The chimney sweepers also miss him and feel bad that no more feasts are organized after his death. With James, the glory of Smithfield, where the feast was organized, also ended forever. So now let's analyze the essay. Analysis. In the first reading, the essay appears very ordinary, talking about the trivial mundane aspects of everyday life. But when we dig a little deeper into the essay, we find the undercurrent of profound human emotion of compassion and love for the deprived. Ilya chose an aspect of his age which was easily neglected in his society, that is, the hardships of the young chimney sweepers. He shows his compassion for them and pleases the reader to be gentle with them. Thus, he tries to accentuate something which could be otherwise easily neglected. In this sense, this essay is similar to Lamb's Old China, in which he again emerges as an advocate of the underappreciated things. This was actually a romantic instinct, which was the dominant feature of the literature of his age. Ilya also highlights the class relationship in the essay. He appreciates the simple nobility of the poor, juxtaposing it against the synthetic and superficial glimmer of the rich. He admits that he preferred to look at the white teeth of a small chimney sweeper over the fine set of teeth of a beautiful lady or a gentleman. The essay presents a precise sketch of Lamb's England, with its fortunate rich and unfortunate poor people, and even more unfortunate small chimney sweepers. A society that is similar to the other societies of the world in ignoring its blots. That's all for this part. We'll discuss further in the next part. Thank you.